Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, it's the part 2 of our Q&A section. I hope you guys enjoyed the last one. It was really interesting. And if you have not watched it, please do so. You can see the video here. Please watch it. You will enjoy it a lot. So we also have Margaret here.
I'm back
once again. So Margaret, just say hi to my people.
Hi everybody, welcome back.
All right, guys, without wasting time, we are going to continue from where we stopped. Remember, we did question 1 to 10 on our last video. So today we are going to continue from 11 to 20.
All right. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
You're on the hot seat. Is the seat hot enough? Actually,
very hot. Oh.
All right. The next question we have here says, what's your opinion about wife being older than the husband, like in age? This is a lady is about maybe 40 and then the guy is 27, 28 and they are getting married. Maybe 13 years gap, 15 years gap, 10 years gap. What do you have to say about it?
I think this kind of scenario, I've seen a lot of marriages like that worked, but I've seen a lot that have not really worked. I think I've seen more of the ones that didn't work than the ones that worked. This is just like, this particular scenario is just like you seeing a couple that the wife earns more money than the husband. There is always an issue in most marriages like that. But I know that there are some of them that are still working. Their marriage is working, but a lot of them always have issues because most women, I'm saying it, I can say it to your face, even you as a woman, most of us women, we can be very funny. Once you are receiving more salary than your husband, you want to be the one to control the man. You understand? You want to tell him what to do. You won't allow him to be the man he ought to be. And it's not supposed to be like that. So it also happens in situations like this where the woman is older than the man. You find out that most times the woman will want to control the man. She feels that she's older than the man. She feels that she's the one, she's more experienced than the man and all that. Well, that's not how it's supposed to be. I know I've also seen some marriages like that are really working. Up till today, they're still married and they're enjoying their marriage. So I can't tell you that no, I don't like it or I like it because I know that it's working for some while it's not working for some. All depends on understanding.
So if you're not married,
so for me, if you ask me for my own opinion, I won't marry a man that I'm older than. I won't do that. But I'm not saying it's bad.
It's bad.
I'm not saying it's bad. So all depends on understanding between the both of you. That's all matters. If you guys can cope, that's okay. That's if the woman is really a good woman who can be submissive, even though she's older than
forget about her
age. That's okay. So that's it. But for me, no, I won't marry a man that I'm older than.
Well, for me too. I see you as a boy. Sorry. I want my husband to be someone I can have that reference for. And if I am aware, even the one that is older than me, I'm doing somehow. Let's talk about the one older than.
So you see the issue we're having. So and that's exactly what happens when a woman earns more money than the husband. You find out that it's always
shaking somehow.
Yes, the marriage is always shaking. Most of them. Why some are still working?
So this question brings me to the next question. What do you think is the ideal age for like husband and wife? A lady and a guy wants to get married, the ideal age.
The age bracket between them.
I hear women marrying 67 or about to die men. Well, that aside, what do you think can be the ideal age? Like a guy wants to marry a lady, is older than a lady, like
I think from if the guy gives you maybe 2 years, from 2 years gap upwards. All depends though. I beg, not talk saying I me talk. I beg, not saying I me talk. Oh. But for me, from 2 years, well, that shouldn't make you to marry a man. When you are 30, you're marrying a man of 60 or 75 and all that. Because I see that most women that do that is either the man is very rich, like the man is very wealthy, not even the man is very wealthy, so they're after the man's money. That's why on a normal day, person will carry his eye, no go fit do that thing. So for her to do that, there's a reason. Is that the man is very wealthy? You know that even if the man dies, he will carry him money. So and still marry another
young guy, money.
So that's it. But on a normal day, no young woman or no young lady will in her right senses and marry someone that is far older than her. They will tell, which kind of love is that? I better forget about that
So
love
how
thing.
about age mates?
Age mate is okay if both of you also understand each other. Age mate is okay. But for me, at least someone that is 2 years older than me, from the 2 years upward. So it all
God
depends.
created Adam before evil. So my Adam
So
has to have arrived before
yes, yes, at least from 2 years
2 years.
upward is okay
Okay.
for me.
It's all right. So the next question says, how long should a relationship be before marriage?
A relationship, okay, let's call it courtship.
Courtship.
So relationship, courtship, or whatever. Me, I don't believe in staying with
10 years.
somebody for 5 years, 10 years, 7 years. You both have been together and no marriage. The man keeps on telling you tomorrow, next tomorrow, I'm gathering money and all that. Please, if you see somebody that is ready, my dear, go and marry. Forget about that. Love, I love you, my he loves me, and you are waiting. Your time is
What
going.
are you
It will
saying?
shock
She should
you.
leave the guy in question.
See,
Explain well. Do you understand? I don't understand.
hear me well. Before you leave the guy, you must be aware of his intention. If the man or is the guy, if the guy is someone that has given you his word that this is when I will be ready, that will be a different thing. You know that, but not the one that will give you ring. He has not told you everything. He has not even given you direction of where your relationship or when you are he's getting married to you. He keeps on telling you to wait, just calm down. And years are going. You tell me to wait. A man and a woman can never be the same. A man can stand up
Yeah.
and marry at the age of 50, he will still have children, but not the same with a woman. As you are there wasting your whole time, time is going. If you see someone that is zero, now me tell you that's what marry. If he's not yet ready, don't allow any man to waste your time all the name of it. Which kind of nonsense love be
You
that?
should not be called a gold digger.
Good. I don't believe in wasting my time with a man. And God knows I don't even have such time. I don't even get that kind of time. To begin sit down, they go back and forth. All in name of relationship, courtship, time is going, years are going, and you're telling me to wait. Wait for how long? You
So
should be
how long
specific.
now
Yes.
should it be? Tell us.
Should be okay. When we are talking about relationship or courtship, 1 year is okay. I think 1 year is okay by me. If people can
The
stay up to
longest should be
yes, the longest should be 1 year. If it is more than 1 year, my dear, find your way. He never ready. So
They will
don't
say you
allow
are
him
desperate though.
desperate. Desperate.
They will say you are
I
desperate.
hope after waiting for him, he will still end up marrying you, or he will go to another lady out there to go and get married. So that's just like I said earlier. If you are in a relationship, you understand the man you are with. Know whether he's serious with you or not. Don't allow any man to deceive you and tell you to keep waiting, and you're wasting the whole of your years with a man. Tomorrow he ends up marrying, and someone will tell me that he broke my heart. He broke your heart. What were you doing when he broke it? You didn't use your tongue to count your seeds. So all these things are things that you're supposed to know the where the relationship is heading to, his intention, his plans for the both of you. If he's not talking about your relationship or your future together, that simply means that he's wasting your time. You can only stay with someone that you know that this person is serious with me. He's making some bold steps concerning that thing. He's making some steps concerning our marriage or whatever. Yes, you know that it's just this and this that is meant for him to put it, put down those things before you get married to you. But in a situation whereby the man or the guy is not even talking about anything like marriage, maybe he just gave you ring and that ring has stayed for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, you're still wearing ring, and he's telling you to wait, wait, wait. No direction, no specification, and tell you that this is when we are getting married and all that. You just know that he's wasting your time. See, so it all depends. I'm not saying that you should leave your relationship, but you just have to use your brain. Don't get some ladies will tell you that they love him. They love him, they will fat. They no longer make use of their brain. Being in love does not make you foolish. Also use your brain while you are in love. So if you look at him and know that this man is not ready, my dear, find your way. If you see somebody that is serious, you get married. Your time and the man's time are not the same. The man can wake up at age 50 and get married, which you cannot do as a lady. So please, as you are into that relationship or courtship and you love the guy, also make use of your brain as well. If he's not ready, please Don't tell me that he broke your heart later. Get married to anybody that is ready for you, and you know that the person is a spec. Go for him. So please don't allow any man to waste your time all in the name of courtship. 1 year is good enough for him to decide whether he wants to marry you or not. After that 1 year, please find your way. I would even say 6 months safe, but let me not talk. Let it not be as if I'm too wicked. So, so let's leave it to 1 year. If you can wear the ring for 1 year and he's not ready, he's telling you to, my dear, come out that ring for your hand. Fine, and if there is any other person that's interested in you, get married. So that's it.
So you mentioned something while we were talking about knowing if the guy is serious about what he said. I don't know if you have any video. I think I watched one of your videos where you were talking about signs that a guy is.
Yes, yes, yes.
So you will need to, because most time when we just say this thing, you feel like, how will I know he's ready?
I'll also bring up that video so that you can go and watch it.
And
the things that you see
and
know whether the guy is actually into you or not.
Yeah.
Whether he has plans for both of you or not. So once you see these signs, you know what to do. That's it.
All right, thank you. So the next question says, would you advise a guy and a girl to get married after meeting for 3 months?
For 3 months. 3 months is also, it all depends on how often you people see each other. If you people sees each other regularly, you can easily know the person very well within 3 months. You must have known a lot about the person. But if it's a distance relationship and people are talking about 3 months, it's not possible now. There's no way both of you can know each other within that short period of time. So, but if you both are seeing each other regularly, you discuss, you stay, you chat, and all that, you can easily know the person's likes and dislikes. So getting married within 3 months is possible. It can also, I've seen a lot of marriages like that, and they are still together up to today. So all depends on how close you both are within that 3 months. If you can spend some time with each other, know much about each other, 3 months is not too sudden to get married. So 3 months is okay for me.
For me. Anyway, it's not about me. Let's move on. So the next question says, do you support job resignation for a lady after marriage?
So what's going to happen now? I won't even try that. As a lady, I won't try that. These are things you both will need to discuss, especially if the lady is working before marriage. You both will need to discuss.
A good job in question, not some like.
See, let me tell you, in this life, or well, let's say in our world today, most people believe that the world believe that it's only women that are supposed to make sacrifices and not the men.
Perfect.
But that's not how it's supposed to be. Both will need to make sacrifices. So in a situation like there's one video I made some time ago. A lady is receiving about, I think, 400,000.
Yeah, I watched the video, 400,000.
Yes. Why the guy is receiving
100,
about 70,000? No, the guy is receiving for 70,000. The guy stays in Abuja and he's receiving 70,000 naira. Why the lady stays in Port Harcourt and she's receiving about 450,000 thereabouts. And the guy, they didn't discuss about this, but after their wedding, the guy said that the girl will need to quit her job and join him in Abuja to manage 70,000. Can you hear that? How can that? Who
in a country as such, not somewhere
that she should quit her job of 400 and something thousand and join him in Abuja to manage 70,000 naira? This is a family that people that are about to raise a family, have children and all that with 70,000 naira. Someone that have seen 400 and something. So you find out that that's the problem we are having. A lot of people feel that it's always the woman that will make sacrifices, but sometimes the man also needs to make sacrifices. And I gave some instances that the man can either look for a kind of job in Port Harcourt and then join,
help him
look for a job here in Port Harcourt, and then he will join the wife in Port Harcourt, or he can also think of setting up a business for himself in Port Harcourt so that he can be close to his wife, he can be there together with the wife, instead of telling the wife to quit her job. So the sacrifices mustn't be the lady alone. The lady shouldn't be the one to always sacrifice. So it all depends on what you both decide to do. And these are the things you're supposed to discuss even before your marriage. Like before my marriage, I had a discussion with my husband. We talked a lot of things. We talked about a lot of things. Because me, just like I said earlier, I'm not the kind of person that likes to pretend. I like to tell you, show you myself the way I am from the beginning. So I told him earlier that I would want to work. I wouldn't want anything that will stop me from working and all that. He said, he promised that any day, anytime I'm ready for work or to work, that he's solidly behind me. So that was, we discussed about a lot of things I'm not going to talk about now. Even the things that has to do with their church and all that. I don't know whether I've told you
Have you
guys.
done a video about that? Things women should know before, things you need to agree.
Agree
Because sometimes I
before.
feel it's ignorance. You didn't,
Yeah,
you
you
didn't remember.
don't remember. Like I could remember when we were attending their marriage seminar, one of their pastor's wife then brought up on something. She said that in the church here that they don't put on earring and all that. And I've never heard my husband to be then now my husband to be tell me anything about earring. They don't wear earring in church and all that. So I didn't even, argue with the woman when they were telling us all those things. I just kept quiet. But after that meeting, I met him. I said, "This one I'm hearing about earring, you never mention anything like this for me. And I won't promise you that I will stop putting on earring after marriage. Please, if it will not work, let's call it a quit now. Because I wouldn't want to start pretending to be who I am. I'm not. As you see me so na so I be. I no fit comot earring for church, come wear earring outside. As I'm wearing it outside, I'm wearing it inside the church. So I wouldn't want to pretend on it. So we talked about a lot of things, except it's something that I feel that, well, I know that the major things
We talked about.
most ladies overlook. We talked about all those things. So talking about job, talking about every other thing that we need to discuss as a couple. We talked about most of those things, and we are able to come to
A common ground.
yeah, it's a common ground. So that is it. About that job, he told me that he will support me. But just look at me today. I don't enter into business. I'm not even talking about job again. So, but for any day I stand up and tell him I want to work, he will support. Even in other things I'm doing, he has been giving me the full support I need. So that is it. These are the things both of you need to talk about. If you need to quit your job after marriage, I don't think that, except there is or maybe the guy is the money. If he get plenty money, they pay you. He can set up a business for you that me, I won't advise to you as a lady to quit job and also stay in the house without doing anything. So if he's telling you to quit your job, let's it be that he's loaded and he can easily open something for you that even if you don't need to be going out frequently. You can put people there, but let it be that you have something that's entering your account at the end of the month. So I wouldn't advise you to quit your job entirely after marriage. So it's something that both of you will need to discuss. A lot of women will tell you that their husband say he will be paying them. He will be paying them. That's okay. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. But what if, with the things we are seeing in the world today, the man can stand up tomorrow and start behaving funny, and he won't pay you that money. Find out that you start looking for how you can get money all of a sudden. So please, even if he wants you to quit your job, maybe he's loaded, he wouldn't want you to work. Let it be that he has opened something for you that you can be getting money from, even if you are not working. So that is my own advice. But for you to quit and sit down in the house, not be for Nigeria now again.
Please make sure you have this conversation.
Yeah.
It is very,
very
important.
very important. Both
Yeah.
of you need to discuss this before marriage.
Yeah.
It's very, very
So the next question
important.
says, what is your ideal age for child spacing?
Okay. To me, I think 2 years. Okay, sorry, 3 years is okay for me. Like me, my own children, I gave them, each of them were 3 years, except my twin. You know how my boy came now. Just like I said, you need to watch that video. How my boy came. So I think he's the only one that didn't give them up to that 3 years gap. But my first daughter gave the second one 3 years. The second one gave the twin 3 years. So it's only the twin that gave the boy only 1 year. I know, but also a mistake. Now God's plan. So that's all. So on a normal day, I space my children 3 years. So that's
Okay.
it. Some people do 2 years. 2 years is also okay, but I won't advise yearly.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Don't like it. So 2 years is okay. 3 years is okay. All depends on how you want it. But for me, I prefer 3 years.
All right. So take notes. Now the next question says it's two in one. Would you advise a widower, or a divorcee to remarry? If yes, how long should the marriage be? Would you advise them to marry again? And if yes, how long would you tell them to?
Yes, they can marry. I think for most times they always want the woman to stay for a long time before, but a man they can tell you, yeah, the wife don't die now, make him marry. But once it has to do with a woman, they say, only 6 months she don't marry. That means she has been with this woman,
Man,
this
this
man,
man before
even
the
while the
husband, maybe it's
husband
the
was
man
still alive.
husband that joined
So
hand to
you find
kill
out that this life, they just want to make life so difficult for
for
women.
women.
But it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to. Men always want to have freedom, but once it starts to do with women, they will start giving her, tagging her different names. She has been sleeping with this man even before the husband died and all that. Why would she marry after 6 months? But the man can afford to marry after 6 months. So, to me, I think 2 years is okay. 2 years is okay. They can get married, both the man and the woman. Let them give, you know, that 2 years. This is just whether they will use it among
Recover from the loss.
their spouse and then recover, then start up their life again.
Yeah.
So I think 2 years is okay.
So the next question says a very flamboyant wedding or a private small wedding? Answer with reasons.
Okay, flamboyant wedding is okay. Oh, I'm not saying it's not
This
okay.
one you're answering it like this. I don't think the okay is really okay.
It's okay if that is, everything is choice. It's
So we're
all
taking it
about
based on you.
choice.
Now the question is
For
for you.
me, my kind of person, I don't like things that I don't like noisy. I don't like making things too noisy. I like doing my things quietly,
Cool and calm.
cool, calm. I don't really like all those making noise here and there, announcing things, making, inviting the whole world and all that. Like for me, once my husband is there, I'm there. Family members are there, I'm okay. So for me, I don't really like all those flamboyant wedding. I see it as a waste of
Resources,
resources
time,
because
energy.
there's life after marriage, after wedding. Sorry, there's life after wedding. So it's when after wedding that the main marriage will start. So if you waste the whole money just to please your village people, what will happen after that? Yes, even if the man has the money, I don't think it's really necessary for you to waste it all in the name of wedding. Yes, I'm dropping a video soon on how to the best way you can have a pocket
Minimal.
friendly wedding without borrowing money. A lot of people borrow money during their wedding. So I'm going to also bring up that video very soon. Within this month, I will drop that video. You learn a lot from it. Especially as a lady, you will learn a lot from that video. So please, it's not all about making it loud, inviting, spending money here and there, all in the name of wedding. I don't believe in all those things. You can do your thing calm, cool. Few persons are there. I don't believe in flamboyant wedding. You find that there's one there's one of my friend in Facebook. She said her friend just wedded, I think 2 months ago, and the guy was just lamenting that, do you know how much they contributed for this friend? Say you must pay them money, their money back. Oh.
Okay, they have divorced.
There is no longer with the wife that how can they contribute such amount of
As
money,
be,
the risk they
pray,
took, and after 2 months you're telling them that they are
You
no
know
longer
what?
together. That you must remit that money back. Oh.
Oh
So you
my
can
God.
imagine such a thing. So I'm not praying for any marriage to break up. Oh, but what if anything after spending the whole
Oh,
money you put now?
will you
I
get
no longer.
refund?
So we are not really praying for that, but we are just using it as an instance. So I don't really see that, making everything, so spending money here and there all in the name of marriage or wedding, that will not make the marriage work. If the marriage will not work, it will not work, no matter how much you spend on it. So I don't believe in flamboyant wedding. I believe in something. I just want my things cool, calm. I don't want. So all depends on choice anyway.
All right. So we are gradually coming to the end. We just have three more questions to go. So the next question says, how did you feel on your wedding day?
Oh, it was.
Remember, 14 years ago.
It's a feeling every lady out there
This
should have
experience.
or should experience. It's really a beautiful experience. It was really a beautiful experience for me. when you have a lot of people gathering just for
For you
you,
or your
you know, it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. So I would say that I was so excited then. I was so excited that day to see a lot of people, loved ones, friends. A lot of my friends came from different places that I've not seen for some time, for some years. But all of them came around. So you just see the vibes, the celebrations here and there, the reunion and the rest. So it was really a
all in
beautiful
one.
thing. Yes, it was really a beautiful thing. So
Mm.
it's a very beautiful experience. I'll pray that every lady out there should experience.
Did you cry? I see some women crying, men who crying seriously. I'm like,
Yes,
what triggers this?
it's not really me. I didn't cry, but I felt it. Why I felt it was that I was very close to my mom. I was so close to my, I'm the last child, so I was so close to my mom. So leaving her entirely, disconnecting from her, just like that, it wasn't easy. But in all, it's where we are. So apart from that, I really missed her, especially that first month, 2 months. Someone you've been with for a very
A
long
long
time.
time.
So disconnecting from them like that is not. But we were always talking every day. She would call and call. We were always talking until I got used to the new
You
home.
family.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. So we just have the two more questions to go, and then it says, do you believe in pet names for partners? If yes, why? If no, why?
Yeah.
Pet names. We've had plenty pet names. Is it working? Does it work? Why do we even have pet names for partners?
Pet names are very important too. I love it so much. I really love it. Yes, I see some women or some men call
By their first name.
yes, their spouse by their first name, but I don't like it at all. I think pet name also makes the marriage too so romantic and all that. So it brings up that
Butterflies in your tummy.
yes, yes, in a marriage, not for you to be calling him his name or him calling you
Your name.
your name. So I don't buy the idea of you calling your names. Let there be fake names. That's something my husband said that this we also discussed before our marriage. And as you are talking, I'll just be remembering some
A
of the
lot
things
of
we talked
things.
about before marriage. So remember we talked about it. He was the one that brought up this. He was like, even if we have a kind of misunderstanding between us, that let it not take away our pet names from our mouth. That I won't call them
Let the singles breathe.
not after quarreling with him, I will no longer call him his pet name. That no matter what, even if he stepped on my toes, let it just be that that pet name is still there. And that has really helped us for these 14 years. None of us has ever called ourselves
Mistakenly.
or Daddy Delight. So we always call ourselves that pet name. Even though you're angry, you still call the name and
Excuse your face.
but no matter how angry you are, once you call that name, it still has a way of reducing your
Your anger.
anger for your spouse. So that's it. So I believe so much in pet names. I love it a lot.
All right. Same tribe marriage or different tribe marriage?
Well, depends on understanding. Once both of you understand each other, it doesn't matter whether it's same tribe or not. That was the issue my mom had when I was about getting married. She was like, how will you that is the last that's supposed to be
We
with
did.
the hair? Why will you go to Akwa Ibom from Igbo land to Akwa Ibom and all that? So that was the only issue she had. And our first son married a Yoruba. Our second son married a Malabo lady because he was staying in Malabo. So he married a yellow. She was like, why are all of you going to different places? And my own was the one that pained her a lot because she felt that I'm the one that's supposed to be closer to her, not going far and all that. But at some point, she understood everything. So I believe in understanding. Once both of you have understanding, whether he's from another tribe and all that, it doesn't matter. As far as there is understanding between you both, your marriage can work. Your marriage can work, whether it's from another tribe
Tribe
or
or not.
not.
So those men that are going about saying if he's not here, I won't get married. Those ladies that are going about saying if it's not here,
That means they're
you
not,
need to rethink.
they're not serious.
There's no
Because,
license that say people
yeah,
from your place.
one thing about life is this. Most times, what you want is not actually what will come to
come
you.
to you
God will always give you something that is best. He
that
will give you
suits you,
what's best for you.
factory made for you.
Yes, what's best for you. So not really because that is what you want. Most times, what you want might not really be the best for you. But once God gives you what is best for you, you will enjoy it. That's how I see this life. So all you just need to do is to allow God to do His thing. Once He arrange everything for you, see yourself enjoying it. So it doesn't matter whether that is what you want or not. Once it is God's plan for you, you find out that once you enter into that thing, you see yourself enjoying it. But from the beginning, you may think that you just be telling yourself, is it not a mistake that I'm making? I don't want to go into it. But once you enter into it, you see yourself enjoying it because that's God's program. That's
Did
God's
you
plan
plan to
for you.
marry a separate tribe from your tribe?
I
Or
never planned that. In
ah.
fact, that's why I told you that most times what you want is not what God wants for you. I never, I hated pastors. As in, when you talk about spouse that has to do with pastor, I hated marrying a pastor. My husband will always say it now. Then when we are growing up, my mom would be like, my dad was a pastor, so I know the experiences I had then. I think that was when we dislike anything that has to do with pastor. Because of how he suffered and all the betrayal in ministry, even the people he called his friends betrayed him in ministry. So with that experience, none of us wanted to have anything to do with pastors. So my mom would be like, one of you will marry a pastor, all of us will just reject. God forbid, God forbid. She would tell my brothers, one of you will become a pastor. All of us are just rejecting it. So, but see, where I am today. So most times, what you really want might not be what God wants for you. But if only you allow God to plan everything, program everything for you, and you allow Him lead you, you will enjoy it at the end. That's just it. But when you want to do it on your own way, you may get
Misled.
that thing that you want,
At
and
that
that
time,
will not be the right thing.
God wants for you. All right.
So that's it.
So the last question, guys. Now it says, do you agree to third party in marriage? Third party including either one partner having a child. Now, third party in the sense that we have a misunderstanding, we call somebody, and third party also one partner having a child outside. So that's the last question.
Okay, so what are you asking me now?
What's your stand, your
Okay,
take on it?
okay. For third party, I don't really think there is any need if it is maybe a kind of misunderstanding between the couple. I don't really think it's a good idea for you to invite someone, except it's someone for instance, our daddy will always say, my husband will always say that if your husband cannot listen to anybody, or a guy that is coming to marry you does not listen to anybody, then you should avoid such a person. So if it is someone that you know that I'm bringing in this person to talk to my husband because I've tried my own best, it's not
I'm
doing
not
anything. So
listening.
I think he will listen to this person. It will be maybe it could be like a spiritual father or his own father, so it will be a different thing. If you know that your husband can easily listen to this person or your wife can easily listen to this person and you bring the person in when you have tried your own best and it's not working, he's not listening or she's not listening, and you think that she can listen to this person, that's okay. But not you bringing in your friends. Your friends, that's out of it. So you can only go for someone that you know that this person can listen to, someone that is more experienced than both of you, someone that is not that you know that is has gone far ahead of you people spiritually in spiritual things. So that's okay. If it could be your husband's mother, I'm sorry, father, it could be your spiritual father as well. If they are the ones they are bringing in, that's okay. But apart from that, you don't just bring in any person you see into your marriage to come and start settling you. So because the person might end up escalating misunderstanding and all. So it all depends on the kind of person you are bringing in. If both of you, but for me, I think the best is just for both of you to settle your disputes. If you both can settle it, that's the best. Both of you should sit down, talk about the issue. Let's see a way to, come to a common ground and settle the whole issue
What if
between the both of
nobody
you.
wants to hear?
And that's what
There
I'm
are always
telling
a
you.
point where
Yes,
I know you should know this thing.
yes, yes,
This
yes.
person is hot, this
There's
person
a
is hot.
situation where you just find out that nobody wants to listen.
Listen to each
In
other.
that kind of scenario, you can also leave the whole thing that time and allow him or her to calm down. Then you can bring up the issue. So most times we talk about our issue late, very late in the night, maybe early morning, could be around 2 a.m. or 12 a.m. That's when we talk about any issue that we have. And that has really helped us
One
because
scope, one scope. Ladies, can you hear it? One scope, 12 or 2.
so we can talk about the issue that time when everywhere is calm. So no matter how angry you are, you must have slept
And
and
your brain.
reduced the anger
Your
a little.
brain.
So we can now sit down and talk about the issue. So I don't believe in talking about issues when both of you are still angry. There's no way to talk. So you need to calm down and talk about the issue. If he's angry, just allow him be for that particular time, that particular period, allow him be. Both of you can talk about it. I don't believe in shouting at each other, talking about issues when both of you are angry. That's not the best way to resolve issues.
Some people like it too. Some people like it.
As they hurt.
Let's confront it as if they feel after this moment it cannot be
But
give.
that's not the best time to because definitely you're angry and you say a lot of
That
things
you're
out
not
of
meant to
anger.
say, yeah.
So it's out of you. That's not the best time to talk about issue. So just like I said, if both of you have been able to talk and there is no changes, maybe from the man, maybe what you have complained is still doing it. So there is room for you to bring in someone that he respects, someone he can easily listen to. Bring in the person, let the person also talk to him. All that. So because I've seen a lot of couple who invite my husband, they will invite him in their home. They will just behave as if everything is, everything is
It's
fine.
fine.
And at the end, you see the man coming to whisper to him that we are having issue. That can you just do something? So you just bring up that thing and talk about it. And before you know it, you'll be able to resolve it between couple. So it all depends on the kind of person you're bringing in. You don't just bring in
Anyhow person,
anybody.
an agent of darkness.
Yes, I'll come and put fuel in what is happening already. So you just have to bring in someone that you know that once you bring in this person, there will be a positive change in that particular
Issue
issue we both are having. The area of a child, maybe one
from one of
partner
the, yeah.
has a child before marriage, right?
Yeah, not from the like an external body.
I don't see that as an issue. Both there, if once there is understanding between you, you know that this child is your husband's child or your wife's child. So you need to take the child as your own as well, because once it's your husband's blood, your wife's blood is also part of you. So the child is also part of you. So you just have to accept the child. I don't really see that as an issue. The child can live with the both of you, grow together with you, grow in your home. So it's not an issue at all. You can bring in once there is, you know, the mistake that so many ladies do is that they hide, especially if they have child for marriage. They'll always want to hide it, but that's not how it's supposed to be. You need to be open enough to say the guy, I actually have a child
Yeah,
before now. So hiding it is not the best option. So it's not the best action because you won't hide it for a long
for a
time.
long time.
You won't
Yeah,
hide it. Like I made a post on my Facebook yesterday about a guy complaining that he's about marrying this lady and they've been courting for like a year. And there's this little boy in their house she calls her younger brother. This guy never knew that this girl or this boy is her daughter. Or sorry, is
the
her
son.
son. Until recently that the husband or the father to the child confronted this guy and now asked him that Hope is not planning to take his son along as he's getting married to this lady. So the guy was like, he was lost. Like, what is going on? Like, what is he talking about? The guy just left. So you have to approach this lady now. Started asking her like, what is going on. and look at what this guy said. So it was that time that this lady now opened up and told him that the child is actually hers. That she had that child for this guy. But because the parents didn't allow the guy to get married to him, that the guy is just feeling frustrated. So he's not happy that she's getting married to another man. So can imagine. But I don't know how long she feels that she can
Hide something as serious as that.
So I don't really see that as a big deal. The child can live with them once there is mutual understanding between the couple. Child can live with them, go there. The man will see the child as his son, or the lady will see the child as her
That's
own
how.
son. So it's not really a big deal. So it's I don't even call that a third party, because the child is just part of that. That's it. So I don't see an issue there as far as that is what happened. The mistake has been made, maybe from the guy or from the lady. But you don't have to push the child away while the woman is there or the man is there. Let the child grow up that family, see him as your own or see her as your own. And then the marriage
Move forward.
move forward. Yes, move forward. So guys, we are ending it here for now. I don't know whether Margaret still have another
There is no other question. She has answered so well. Thank you for your honesty.
thing. So guys, that's all we can take for now. That's all we can take for now. We really do appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much once again, and see you on my next video. Bye for now.
Bye.